do 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 boo do boo do boo boo do boo boo do boo boo boo. Do 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 do.
Yeah, come to Dubai is great. Been ill for
What? Because you're fucking ill.
been ill for 4 weeks.
Oh no.
Come to Dubai, it's great.
Come to Dubai, it's great. I'm ill.
Can chill with Bobby
I'm
Jackson,
ill.
top trainer. Chill with Geordies and Bobby Jackson.
Shut up. You made 350. And it's your third day. Nice.
Come on.
Let's go.
Get your coffee out.
Definitely not over leveraging. How was it with Bobby today? Yeah, it was just interesting to meet with someone that I didn't even realise used to be in the old groups. I didn't even realise that he used to be in our groups back in the day. But how's everyone going? It's Friday. What's the market's been saying? I haven't really been paying attention. Made 600 euros, nice. If I put 400 in to start, am I guaranteed profit? Nothing is guaranteed, my man. How many members in the elite group? 550, I think. Is Bobby any good at trading? What are your thoughts? I mean, I haven't seen him in action, but I've heard, good things from people about him, so it's one of those, isn't it? I just was intrigued to kind of know what setup and stuff he's got with Ollie Matthews and just chat to another trader, if you know what I mean. Because since being out here, I haven't actually sat down with anybody else that properly trades. So, any trades we can take right now? I don't trade Fridays, bro. He says whilst there's a setup on the, but that setup there was a limit, so that I set yesterday. This is already active. Yo, how can I start? I'm 15. You can't really start actively trading, but you can definitely start learning. With your video on trend lines, when looking at ascending channels, are we looking for a daily low or start vice versa about halfway through all your videos? So ascending channels is basically price moving up in like a channel direction, but you're essentially ascending channels mean that you're waiting for it to break out to the downside. It's just like a slow progression up, so a slow retracement up, and then you're waiting for that breakout. Same with descending channels is a descent and then a breakout to the upside. Would you class Bobby as a trader unlike someone like Gunter? Yes, correct. Gold buy. I don't know, bro. I'm not in gold at the moment right now. I'm not looking. Still holding Euro GBP. Yep. Euro GBP is a swinger. Same with this. This is a swing trade. Can I still withdraw via crypto so no tax? If you're in the UK, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the old tax man has got the ability to look at your crypto assets now.
Certain exchanges like Coinbase,
So the major ones.
Nextify.
Trust Wallet?
I'm not sure about Trustwallet. They're all over Coinbase.
Adam Tucker, did you message that Jacob Chandler and started trading? I messaged Jacob, yeah, to see if I could help him out with his somewhat not good reputation now in the trading industry. But he was happy to stay with the person he was with, so can't say I didn't help him. Are you still holding AUD CAD and NZD CAD, AUD NZD? Bro, they're GFX's trades, so I guess so. They're not stopped out. Great day for a Friday in the elite group. I haven't really been paying attention to it. I've just been dipping in and out, seeing what's been going on. But GBP USD buy. Don't know. I was waiting for some sells, to be fair, but they still might be valid, just not yet. I was waiting for this area to sell. Same with Euro USD, waiting for this area to sell. We are in an ascending channel on Euro USD anyway, so we could pinball up and then tag in to decline down. Can you see if you could have took any trades on gold today? I've already looked. No. Not really. Price action's been a bit like yesterday, where we had this slow kind of movement up, manipulation, and then the distribution to the upside. Same sort of basis, like maybe we could have another tag in to here and then up. But it's Friday. I'm not really prepared to take any trades on Fridays. Fridays is just not my trading day. But that's what I'm looking for. The overall move to the downside from here. Another pushback into 2400, and then see how we react, and then drop from there. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm doing good. Yeah, Adam, is there any way to set up so you can enter trades via TradingView? Yes. All you need to do is register with one of the brokers, make a demo account, and then use Social Trader to basically copy it over to your live. Gold's dead. Yeah. We'll join the elite group next week. Cool. Nice, bro. Yo, HS paid me in crypto today. How long does the payment pend for, roughly? Depends on what he's paid you through. I think like BTC and Ethereum take a little bit longer, but USDT is normally quite prompt. What other YouTubers are good for learning trading other than yourself? Diversify yourself, I'd say, when it comes to learning stuff on YouTube. Like, there's so many different things. Like, I'm going to do some research on Sunday from another trader that I know who's sent me some stuff that I'm quite interested in, so I'm going to watch that. Bitcoin's a little bit longer, bro. I think it's about an hour or 2 hours or something.
Each one was sending Bitcoin.
Wasn't he? What?
USDT,
Sorry, you paid him or he paid you? Which one? I like GFX's trades, but it's not fun clogging up your MT4. It's one of those. It's like, it's because they're 3 positions per trade, and they're long as well. I think everyone had a shit week, to be honest. Hayes is down 4%. I'm up about 3.5, 3.9 or something %. Did Bobby share any information with you that you didn't know about trading? Not really. I think he asked me more questions than I asked him. but I mean, we kind of agreed on the same sort of stuff on how he takes setups, how I take setups. So I deposited 1k in Axie and haven't got my redeposit yet. Again, that I only knew about that when you knew about it yesterday. You won't see that money again. Well, if you deposit it onto Axie, then you will see that money because it will be sat in your trading account. Are you in that gold upwards setup right now? No. No, I don't trade Fridays. I just like to kind of mark out my thought process. What's my setup on GBP CADs? I'm just shorting. Shorting to the downside. What's the most percentage you've lost in a week? I wouldn't know, actually, to be fair. Because I don't really look at it on a weekly basis. I look at it more on a monthly basis. So monthly basis is when I had my lost month in October, which was about 10-15%. Can I still make money trading if I start with £50 if I use a 0.1 lot size? Yeah, but I wouldn't advise it. Plus you'll probably get bored. How are you feeling during that time? Shit. Proper shit. Stressed, pissed off, beating myself up about it because I didn't understand why my strategy wasn't working that month, but that's what helped. That's what happens. He paid me at 11 AM this morning $1,000 and it's still pending at 4 PM. I have no idea, bro. Why did he pay you $1,000?
What's the guy's name?
Jay
McCool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's owed for the referrals.
Oh, for the referrals. Okay. Might be just a lot of. It might just be clogged up, the BTC network.
Nah, I should have said it.
Oh really?
I'll tell him I'll speak to Tage.
Henry's gonna chat to him now, so we'll get it sorted. Will there be any more trades in the free group today? Probably not, bro. It's Friday.
I've got a few deposits already. There's a lot of shit.
Anything on Euro USD? Nah, not really. How's Connors doing at the moment? Do you know what? GFX had put out 2 Euro AUD setups last week. Or no, one this week just gone and one the previous week, and they've just hit TP, so thoughts on Bobby's trading group? I don't really know, bro. I'm not in his trading group. So I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to other people's trading groups, to be fair. I just focus on my own. How do you manage emotions when trading? Don't get me wrong, it's probably one of the biggest learning curves, but just, I don't know, like, you shouldn't be entering a trade if you're not confident on it. And kind of just try to switch off from always checking. Do you know what I mean? If you're confident on your setup, then the biggest thing is just to like set it. You set your stop loss, your take profit. Obviously, you're prepared to lose that amount of money. So, you know, what's the point? You staring at the chart isn't going to make it move any quicker. Do you know what I mean? Come in, steal my ripple. No. Isn't busy. I don't know. If I have £1,000 account, should I risk 0.06 in total? No, you can risk 0.1, but you'll have to spread that across all of your trades. They can't see you anyway. No problem. How many pips is your stop loss on GBP CAD trade, pal? It's quite a hefty one, but it's because I'm looking for a big move to the downside. It's 2.8 RR, so it's about 100 pip stop loss. But that's kind of my trading style now. Just making big swing moves. So I'm not really too fussed about checking it all the time. Then, you know, once you've had a good decline down, I'll just move the stops to entry. How do I split it when I don't know how many trades will be in the day? I mean, look, normally there's about, I'd say, 2 to 3 setups a day, minimum. So I'd say just start off with, you know, maybe a 0.04 or something like that on the first trade. Then at least that leaves you 2 trades that you can take at 0.03. There's lot size calculators that you can use as well. My FX book has one. When traders join the group, how do you define if they actually know how to trade? I mean, I trial them for a month. I'll trial them for a month. They can't just send me like, oh, buy this now, sell this now, without there being any like reason for why they're doing it. So there's a lot of they have to go through a few hoops. How long do you swings last usually? A few weeks. Sometimes, a few weeks. Maybe even a month. Depends. Have you had some melts trial for your group who are just shit? Yeah, 100%. What time do you recommend waking up UK time to make the most out of the elite group? Look, I mean, I can be quite aggressive at like 6 AM your time with sending out setups. It depends. But yeah, I mean, I've thrown out setups at 3 AM in the morning UK time because it's like 6, 7 AM my time. Can you take a look at Euro AED bounced off green empty candle 3 times, pushed to the upside? I don't really know Euro AED, to be honest. I find AUD pairs very ugly. I definitely have traded it before though. In the past, by the looks of things. I'd say, look, if this week ends the way it does, then definite push down targeting here. That is one very, very bearish candle. You go, that's taken out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 11 candles, 11 weekly candles. So if we close below this wick low here, then we've essentially broken out of this consolidation zone. So if you look, all of these candles pretty much have been, I mean, it's mid-level, I'd say. They've just been rejecting to the downside here, rejecting to the upside as well. If this candle closes out of this consolidation zone, then I'd say more momentum down. Probably around, I have to keep peering around my fucking, this sort of area, which could be a nice swing trade. I might look at this next week, to be fair. If we close below here, maybe a tap back in, and then head to the next section. But if this candle wicks back up and closes above here, maybe not. So yeah, essentially we want this daily close to close out of this range here. It's been a lot of rejections, money taken out, and then money's come back in. We've taken this low here of Tuesday. But you've got to remember that the market likes to seek liquidity. You've got to remember there's a lot of liquidity resting below here. Did you see Sean's cocaine meltdown last night on Facebook Live? He thought someone was trying to kill him. Yeah, I didn't know what to take of that. A lot of people sent me the voice notes and the videos from his Facebook, but yeah, I didn't really know what to make of it. Considering the fact that like the next day he's perfectly fine. It's drugs for you. I've never done any hard drugs, so I don't really know what kind of state that can put you in, to be fair. In his group he was sending his address saying call the police. Well, fucking hell. It's a monk's game, Adam, keep it that way. Yeah, I've literally smoked weed and that's it. That's it. But I've definitely been around hard drugs before, but I've never had the urge to take them. You know, at the end of the day, everybody do their thing. Like if that makes you happy, then do it. But to me, I'm all good. I'm all good. Can you pick a pair that you don't usually trade or have no setups, and do a brief overview of how you'd look for your setup from a higher time frame to a low, please? Yeah. EuroCAD I don't really trade. This is a GFX setup that's still going. Nope, I have traded EuroCAD in the past, so can't really do that. CAD JPY, have I done this before? JPY pairs are just skyrocketing. GBP CHF. Okay, so GBP CHF I've never done any trades on, but GFX has. So that was his trade. Let's take it out of the way. Okay, so on the monthly time frame, we've definitely found some support around 1.100s. So, firstly, on the monthly, which ends in 4 days, we want to see a close above here. So we want to break out of this zone, which would be 1.4. So we need to basically close above 1.4. So around here. So essentially, we want to break out by the end of the month and rest above here. So that's on the monthly. Weekly. Yeah, you can. It's going to be a bit of a mixed one because the month is going to end on. When's the new day? When's the new month start? So the month resets on Wednesday. Is the first. So we've got 2 trading days, Monday and Tuesday, of this kind of month. So it'll be a very weird candle. So I reckon it's doable breaking out of this zone. And then first level on the weekly time frame that I would be heading towards is this area here. So we would want push up into, let's get that, push up into there and retest of this previous like resistance area, see if this is strong enough for support. And then I'm looking for swing wise. Swing wise will just be returning to the upside. Be interesting if I mark out something. Can we just leave this and come back to it in a month's time? Yeah, see that whole area there, which is a nice hefty imbalance. So that would be definite first target on the weekly time frame. And then just gonna start revisiting these areas, to be fair. I'd say overall around the 1.400s. So what's the date today? Let's put text Twitch live. Ooh. Call out on the 26th 04. So we'll remember this and come back. We'll come back in I don't know, 4 or 5 months time. I reckon it will take for it to get up to there, maybe even longer. But overall, that's definitely a good low. So essentially, you could try and get in for a potential swing all the way up there, but no one's ever going to hold that. No way. No one's going to hold a trade that long, plus your swap fees would be an absolute fucking joke. Put a tiny trade on and track it. I wouldn't want to buy in from here though. That's the only thing. I would potentially put a trade on Tuesday. On Tuesday. Because like I said, I'd want to see it break or close above on the weekly. above here. On the month, actually no, on the monthly. On the monthly. So if we close above, this candle closes up here, then yeah, I'll place a trade pretty much off of that candle. But yeah, remind me, and we'll have a look on Tuesday, and we'll see how we're looking, and we'll place, we'll buy into GBP CHF. GBP CAD moving quite nicely. Yeah, it is. About 30 pips from entry. The only thing with this is, I mean, we broke structure to the downside. We reacted off the 61.8. Weekly wise, though, this was my only concern. Weekly wise, yes, I do want a bit of a close below here. Monthly wise, yeah, again, monthly, I want to close below this candle, this monthly. So this monthly, I want to close below. It's a bit of an ugly candle, to be fair. But if we close below, then my overall target, I could extend it, to be fair. Overall target, maybe with some added extra positions, would be here. Around there. So what would that make that? Quite big. $1,000 pip move. But we definitely need to see some more. I'd want to see. I want to see this break, retest, and down. That's what I'd like to see. 1.60. Yeah. 1.61. 1.61. All of this. This basically here. That's where I'd want to go to. But we'll see. Would you hold still on Euro AUD sell and AUD CHF buy? AUD CHF I don't even have a AUD CHF on here, I don't think. Why would you target the 1.61 level over the 1.64? Trying to break down your thought process. What, on GBP CAD? Any thoughts on what gold could do? No. Not right now. Look, I marked this out in the group and said, look, we had this consolidation until such time as we made a break out of here, maybe a retest, which is why I put that set up there. I still think there's upside potential for gold. Calvin out of hibernation today to trade news. Yeah. Thing is with Calvin, I don't understand why he's not as active as he could be. Do you know what I mean? The problem is with people and this whole like win streak thing is that I find like that just kind of dictates whether or not they take setups or not, because they don't want to you know, fuck up a win streak. It's like, bruv, this isn't Fortnite. Do you know what I mean? Don't. If you've got setups there, take them. But I know he trades more pairs than what he puts out in the group. It's like a win to loss ratio, like I've said time and time again. People could have a 90% loss rate and, you know, a 10% win rate, but still be a profitable trader. But, you know, on a weekly pip count breakdown, it might be X, 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 and then 2 greens. And, you know, but that's made 200, 300 pip profit, or 2% or whatever. Algorithm's been doing good today as well. He's on the phone. He'll get back to you, Jay McCom or whatever. Send me the Bitcoin. Okay. 4% off passing my 100k funded. Thanks for your education, mate. No worries, bro. What is the algo trading about, and how do I get into the Premier group? So the elite group should be somewhere in the chat. I'll find it and then put it in again. The app for the bot is this. I don't know if that didn't think. No. Oh, okay. Fair enough. It's at HS Elites Bot on Telegram. I can't pin it. I don't know if Jake is in here. There you go. That's the Elite Bot. Pin that to the chat if you can, please, Jake. What's your thoughts on funded accounts, and should I get involved with one? Look, I've got a video on funded accounts. Go and watch that, and you'll know my answer. Yo, Adam, how is Axie regulated when it's 1 to 300? 1 to 30 is the regulated. But 1 to 300 and 1 to 500 is what you're needed if you're doing any sort of algo stuff. the problem is, if you do want to do it, it's just a pain in the ass to change your leverage, because 1 to 500 is what's needed for like algorithmic trading. Because of the way that algorithms work, they need to hedge in positions to essentially counteract the first positions put in. What's your thoughts on volume profile strategy? I haven't really looked. I used to use the volume profile, but I didn't really find that, you know, it helped me, to be honest. I signed up with 1 to 300. That's fine. At the end of the day, like I said, it might be a case that you want to get involved in the algorithms or the funds. So if that's the case, then you probably will need to have that. But 1 to 300 still stops you from over leveraging anyway. What do you mean by position hedging? So, okay, say for argument's sake on GU, say GU is looking to take a buy right now. It might put a position in here, and then maybe price keeps pushing down. So this first position's put at a 0.01 lot. Then it might put another position here, 0.02 lot, and then market might find its floor there. So then it will place a 0.03 lot. So then when price starts to push back up, the 0.03 and the 0.02 will start to counteract the 0.01, if that makes sense. So I can show you this by show you the algo accounts that I've got. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's GU and the lot sizes changed to counteract the higher ones put up. Yeah, this was Euro GBP that I'm also in as well, and that's based off of the daily, targeting the upside. Oh, you got some headache tablets.
It says ketoprofen on it. I think it's got ketamine instead.
Maybe.
I feel like I'm on
Maybe.
a spaceship.
What's your target for that GU short? I'm not in it. I'm not in it. I'm still waiting. I'm being stubborn. I was waiting for this area here, which still could be met. We could have this sort of thing happen from there and then down. We could just produce the B bounce, push up into here, reject, another push to the upside. That was my first area that I was looking at, but I don't know, I wanted to see another bounce, to be fair, from there. Is there a way for you to trade for me, or some algorithm that I decently profitable long term? There is, yeah, there is. Of course there is. You just have to. The algorithm is like a minimum of 1K. But the algorithm this week's made 3%. Could you explain what algo trading is? Algo trading is just automated, so it's just based off of volume. So like I said, it hedges in positions, and then will close the positions out when it feels like it basically. I don't truly understand them, but from watching them, it's purely based off of volume. And like I said, the lot size is increased the further the position gets into drawdown to counteract the original positions. What you doing? What time is it where I am? It is 7:15. 7:15. You had a profitable week. Sorry, joined late if you already mentioned it. I've been alright, yeah. I haven't traded massively this week, to be fair. I've only taken about 5 positions. Because most of my positions haven't been ready yet. Are these algos provided by the brokers or are there better ones out there? I mean, I know a lot, so I kind of provide them for people. How long have you and your missus been together? Year and 2 months?
All our life.
Year and 2 months.
Why do you like the country?
Huh? All our life, yeah. Sure, пока. Да. Fuck yourself, Keys. I'm complimenting the guy. Well, thank you. Thank you. What language is that? Russian. Russian. It's a pretty big sell-off though on USD pairs, which was expected considering it was good news for the US dollar. But hasn't updated on my thing. Amazing. There we go. So yeah, we had unchanged pretty much. Unchanged month over month, year over year, unchanged. This was medium, so really personal spending as well, goods for month over month as well. How many languages do you speak? I only speak I only speak English, but I've obviously had to try and learn a little bit of Russian to be able to understand. TGR is unprofitable. TGR only trades futures though, doesn't he? Are you fluent Russian? Absolutely not. I know mostly bad words in Russian because those are the words I pick up on the most. But I think it's the same with kids, innit? Kids literally pick up on bad words from parents. So those are the words that I pick up when it comes to her. Was in his Discord and that's the reason why he stopped live trading. TGR Ultimate Belt. I think TGR's alright. I chat to him. He trades some pairs, but mainly Nasdaq and S&P 500. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of people. To be fair, Q Banks, Lambo Owl, they all trade futures. Calvin Ace, yeah. Calvin, he does that.
Calvin's just the English version of TJR.
He loves TGR though, doesn't he?
He does, he licks it out big time.
Yeah. Mate, he's so fruity. TGR is a sound guy, but is just a guru. His prop firm, though, he's making extreme dough from. Probably. Prop firms is probably one of the most, one of the easiest ways to make money, to be honest. Especially the way that, you know, the trading space is going. Euro AUD about to hit break even. Might be Connor's trade then. I know GFX has put 2 trades out on Euro AUD, both sells, and they've both been really good. Finesse should start a prop firm. Finesse can go fuck themselves. Ever tried Snus? No, I haven't. I don't think you can get it out here. Whole GFXs. Yeah, I would. Like, I haven't seen his pip count for the week, but I know there's been a few losses, but... Wait, I thought you were Finesse. No, I used to work for Finesse until they fucked me over. It's been a good trade so far. Yeah, I mean, 2 positions, both sells. I can't remember where the last take profit was. Could we see analysis on all trades in the free group? Yeah. Problem is I don't get sent analysis by GFX. Archie does his own analysis, so I can get him to put it out. Do you still run a broker? No, I work with a broker now. I work with Axie. So I can get Archie to post out his stuff. Finesse FX claimed instant funding, no challenge needed. Yeah, but I never promoted the funded accounts because 1, I don't believe in funded accounts, and 2, there was so many rules. Like, you weren't allowed to scalp and stuff like that. Like... But yeah, look, going back to Euro USD, just want to show you how close my setup was to being tagged. What are we calling that? 4 pips? No. 3 pips. 3 pips from being tagged in. But it is what it is. Mate, I nearly bought one of them accounts, but my ID didn't work. Thank fuck. Yeah. That happened with Sean Lee. He started doing prop firms when he was running Astro FX and then couldn't pay out, so he went bankrupt. Yeah, I heard about that. I watched, or I looked at something online about it, Astro FX. To be fair, Astro FX is one of the first things I came across when I got into trading. Him and Aman Nat were the first 2 people that I watched trading stuff on. All their Tuesday videos. I can't remember what Technical Tuesday. I used to watch all of those videos, and then that's when I came across Chris Williams. What do you think about innovation markets? I've never heard of them. FTMO, I'd say if I was to ever promote a funded account prop firm, FTMO. I think FTMO will be the ones that are left standing for sure. But you ever chat with Hassan? No, not really. He was always Harrison's mate, not really mine. What was your confluence for Euro USD, although it didn't get tagged in? Right, so obviously we had this ascending channel and I was expecting it to kind of last a little bit longer, tag into this liquidity area here. All these sort of wicks indicate that there is, you know, a lot of money that tends to come in and out of the markets. You could have, now looking at it on the 4 hour, taken this as the kind of order block area. Because this is where we consolidated and then money came in. But I don't know, I wanted this this tagged basically. It was me being too anal about my setup, but I still think that we will see more upside, personally. But we'll see. We'll have a look. If we break out of this ascending channel to the downside, then the only other entry that you could potentially get is we break out, push back into 1.07, and then push to the downside. But I think with GU, I personally, I'd see this back into this area, and then us push back up to there. Thoughts on Euro AUD right now? I mean, I've gone over it. I like I said, for me, I'd want to see a weekly close below this mark here. If the weekly close is below here, then, like I said, this sort of movement targeting there overall. Actually, no, probably targeting there, down into this area. Is learning to trade on gold a good idea? No. If you don't know how to trade any other pair consistently, do not try to learn gold. Gold is one of the hardest things to learn, along with US 30, NASDAQ, all that sort of stuff. Start yourself off on a simple pair like EU or GU. Trade the majors, because the majors you'll indicate stuff a hell of a lot easier. But yeah, guys, talk amongst yourself. I'm just going to the toilet. I'll be back. Mate.
How do you not see that?
Because it's a fucking wire across a... Why not just sit on the sofa? Fucking hell. Hang on.
He's had 3 beers and he's tripping over wires, smashing tables.
Maybe, mate. Maybe. Fucking flies. That. You in the white shirt, you look like Bevo. It's you, mate.
How the fuck do I like him?
How the fuck do I look like Bevo? Get off the vape, mate. You're too rich to be smoking a chav bar. Right, it got me off of cigarettes, so it's one of them.
Too rich to be vaping. Yeah, I've seen fucking billionaires go on a vape.
Go on a vape, mate.
Suck on a vape.
Suck on a vape. You sound like you've been smoking a vape. Huh?
Nothing.
Smoking what?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Should we do a little... Let's have a look. Mate, I hate peering around my fucking mic. Cigarettes are far better. Are they? Yeah, but not on the old fucking breath, mate, they're not. Breath can be a bit tasty. I used to smoke, so I know. Like, you know, like, especially now, if you kiss a girl with fucking fag breath, ugh, get on the cigars. Cigars are too heavy. Way too heavy. Too heavy for me. With what breath? Get some snus down you. Give the general a bell. They'll sort you out. Yeah, you can't get them over here.
No, yeah, you can't.
Can you?
Yeah. My
What?
mate's quitting vaping, he's on sauce.
What? Like, I've never heard of it. What is it?
It's just like nicotine pouches that you put in your gun. Gives you a nicky rush.
A Nicky itch.
A nicky rush.
Oh, a Nicky rush.
It's like, it's better. No, they are good.
No, they are good. Well, maybe I'll check them out then.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe I'll check them out. Maybe.
Stick it up
Vaping snus. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. Ah. Fridays I'm always very, very tired. Adam, your tattoos are cool. What's the story? Do you know what? Funny thing is, funny story. I wasn't even into tattoos when I was about 21, 22. Wasn't really interested in them. And then I started working at a tattoo studio because I became interested in them. So for a 6-month period, I pretty much got covered. Every time the chair was free, I was in it. But I've never paid for a single tattoo. That's my claim to it. So yeah, they all started off with a story. There was an artist called Boog, Boog, that I was very, very into. I liked that kind of arty, what's it called? Like graffiti art type stuff. So I wanted like a happy arm and a sad arm, just to kind of represent life in general. And then from there you kind of run out of ideas and it's just all of a gap filler. And then an ex-girlfriend of mine was a tattooist, so she did a very big leg piece on my leg. You should post some more non-trading advice on YouTube. Enjoy your mentality stuff. I was gonna, but like I said, like my old setup that I used to have in my old apartment was perfect. I'd literally just sit down at the computer and start filming. But for one, I don't have a camera because Harrison fucking took it and it's stuck in the UK. And for two, I don't know, I feel like I have to do a lot more kind of moving about because of the way it used to be set up. But I will do some stuff. It's just, I don't know, I've kind of just got out of that rhythm of doing YouTube content. I need to get back into it. Like the weekly breakdown stuff I still do, but like last week I couldn't be fucked because I was hungover on Sunday. Stuck in the UK, I wonder why. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't want to because, I don't know, I've talked about it on lives and videos before and I've got a lot of good responses. You know, everything from relationship stuff to, you know, trying to do this with 9-to-5 jobs. Like, funny thing is, when I was learning all of this, I was with a very, very narcissistic girlfriend. And who's got the last laugh now because she's still in the UK. Probably getting married to a brokey. And all she ever told me was, oh, you'll never succeed. You'll never, it's all a scam, blah, blah, blah. You'll never make money. And my boss as well, my old boss at the barbers used to tell me to, oh, get off your laptop. You need to be focusing on, like, barbering. Like, barbering will be your main source of income. I'm like, not so much. Not so much. But then, to be fair, he reached out to me not too long ago and was like, oh, like, can't believe you actually made it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, yeah.
What an inspirational story.
What inspirational story. Affiliate is now your main source. No. I'd like to say yes, but affiliate money probably makes me about 10k a month because I don't really push it. Like, I've done the odd story this month, but where else do you see me pushing get started, sign up? Like, have I done it at all this week? Nope. Do you see me pushing it in external groups? Nope. Do you see me pushing it on here? Nope. Like, if affiliate money was my main source of income, then I'd be spamming it everywhere. Any trades today? I mean, it's 7:40 for me, PM. While working, how do you find the time to take trades? I find it hard. Well, I mean, with me, I was barbering, so if I didn't have a customer in after the other one, it gave me the ability to be able to sit at the charts for, 30 minutes, an hour. Sometimes the non-busy days, I'd be sat there all day because we were a booking basis. So I'd be able to come in, see how many bookings I'd got. If I'd got gaps in the middle, I'd just blank them out, and that would give me time to sit there and look at the markets. And then in the evenings, I'd just do a breakdown of the day, and I would look at the next day and go, right, okay, well, this is what I want to see happen, put some alarms. Then if the alarms would trigger on my phone, then yeah, I would set up. Does Harrison pay you to post trades? I get a percentage of the group, yeah, the paid group, for sure. Buy and sell limits are traps for institutions. Okay. That's kind of like saying that the institutions and the banks know where your stop losses are and hunt for your stop losses, which is complete rubbish. Banks and institutions literally target liquidity areas, so yes, that is where I'd say the majority of people put their stop losses and get stopped out. But that's why you always wait for the move to be made and the liquidity to be swept to then jump in. But buy and sell limits, I actually like buy and sell limits. I use them an awful lot. They're sometimes better than just putting a range. Do you know what I mean? Did you ever sort out your money with IC Markets? Nope. I no longer have an English bank account, so... and I got bored of fucking backing and forthing with them going, oh, well, you need to email this person. I emailed that person. Then they've forgotten the story. So they would go, right, well, you need to send us this, this, and this. And I was just having constant battles with them over 15k. Like, best thing about living in Dubai, the weather. Probably. I think the weather was the main thing that used to depress me a lot about the UK. Took a sell on Euro USD. Look, I mean, my bias was for a sell. I just got very unlucky and didn't get tagged in. But I'm still confident that we could see it again, this area. The weather and mindset of people. Yeah, exactly. But then I wasn't surrounded by a lot of people when I was in the UK. I used to kind of just keep myself to myself.
No, that's what I've noticed about it. Everyone's on the shit, business, work-wise.
Yeah, when you're over here, there's definitely a different mentality over here. Like, pretty much every place you go to, beach club wise, there'll be someone that is, all about making money, and you can network with them. Whereas the UK, it's too spread about. You might have people that are interested in money, but they might be up in Manchester and you're down in, I don't know, the south of the UK. Whereas here, there's only two major areas where people will be. That's either downtown, Business Bay, or Marina. So it's good. You do network with a lot of people. I just don't trust a lot of people, so I don't really network as much as I probably could. Do you think that trading is mostly mindset once you find a strategy? 100%. 100%. Your strategy probably makes up 10% of the overall 100. 90% of it is all mindset, confidence, discipline. You know, if you find you don't have a lot of discipline in life, then you won't succeed when it comes to this. If you find that you're a very emotional person, you don't like losing, trading's not going to be for you. Frustration, all that sort of stuff, because it is probably the most stressful, frustrating process that you will go through. Holding during drawdown isn't easy, but getting there. Yeah, it's a learning process. Don't expect like your first experience with drawdown to be, you know, you're going to learn how to deal with it within that one trade. Do you know what I mean? Patience, yeah, patience again. You know, it's that I'd say that's one of the most common things in groups, is that I'll always get messages at the end of the week saying, "Oh, how come like Archie's saying his pip count's this, but I've only made this?" And I'll go, "Send me a picture of your MT4," and it's because they've literally closed not even at TP1 or TP2. They've just seen blue and closed the trade. Like, okay, well, you might have made 0.1% out of the 1.5% that you could have made if you'd held it all the way through, but you didn't have the patience, you didn't have the discipline to see the trade through, so you've missed out on that profit, which means that you're down for the week. That's what I say in the pros and cons of Telegram groups, is probably one of the biggest factors. That's why weekly pip counts and stuff like that, it doesn't really mean jack shit, because unless I'm 3,000 people, they might have got in at the wrong time, they might have got in at TP1 when it already hit and fucking it gone against them. Like, you're relying on everybody to get in at the exact same time, you know, with the exact same entry and taking their profits at the exact same time as well. That's why I say swing trades probably the best for Telegram groups, because it gives people plenty of time to get into that trade and or get a better entry. Because say the trade goes into a bit of drawdown, you know, you could get a better entry than what everybody else has got, and you might make more or lose less. I'm in pretty hefty drawdown at the moment. Am I alright to stay in the group even though I've lost like 75% of my deposit? Well, again, I would question how you've lost 75%. That is a lot to lose, and if that, I mean, to lose that amount means you probably haven't been correctly risk managing. Again, might have got in on trades too late, and the whole FOMO aspect kicks in. Like, oh, everybody else is going to make money apart from me, like I better just enter. And you haven't looked at where price is. Like, if price is hovering around entry, yeah, cool, get in. But if price is 20, 30 pips below entry, you might get in, and the next call that comes out might be, right, bring your stops to entry or whatever, or close here, and you might have pulled back into drawdown. So you're closing when everybody else is, you know, closing off with 30 pips profit. So if you are new, bro, then all of my videos are there. Like, everybody that signs up literally gets sent my MT4 for Dummies and risk management video, and in those two videos I definitely go over, you know, what to do, what not to do. So just rewatch them. You've got the weekend now when the markets are closed. Rewatch them, drill them into your heads, and then Monday come back with a fresh head and, you know, correctly risk manage. And there's no, you know, there's no reason why you can't pull it back. And the only example that I can use is that anybody that was on the Axie Algo and we had all those fuck ups from that fucking Troy guy, I'm trading a £250 account that's linked to that Axie Algo, and I've had to be trading 0.01 lot sizes. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I can be in the same boat as all of you guys, having to trade small lot sizes. SJ, they do. I know they do. I've never heard of those bots, bro. So where is it? Yeah, I mean, I've essentially taken myself back to when I first started trading, like trading this fund account. Why is it not loading? Yeah, look, for the week, £35 profit on, what was it? 250 odd pounds account.
Yeah, 15%.
So, yeah.
Mad.
What, this week?
£35 off 250.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 15%.
15% this week then.
Roughly.
There you go. Roughly. And that's just trading 0.01s. I don't understand support and resistance. How does price just react to certain levels in price? So, because the banks and the institutions like to work in round numbers, they like to keep everything simple. So when you go to the exchange rate, you don't see, euro to the dollar sat at 1.06885. Do you know what I mean? You're seeing it at a round number. So that's why I've always taught support and resistance, like use the daily time frames. Use the daily time frames and you can see that these rejectional candles are happening around round numbers. Obviously don't fucking line out all of the support and resistance areas, but they normally sit around round numbers. So let's take the 4 hour for argument's sake. So these rejections up here, they're around the mid-level, 1.09500. So that there is a resistance level. So you would mark that area out. So this area here doesn't need to be, when I say the area, it just needs to be, a few of these rejections happening around 1.0500 and closing below. So a lot of these candles closed below 1.09500 and then sold off. We then came back up. We then retested the area, not directly 1.09500, but the area, sold off again. Where's the support? The support is around 1.9. £40 up this week, pretty happy. Yep. Made 500 pips off of a setup from the weekly breakdown, which wasn't even put in Telegram. Probably. I have a habit of doing that. That's the whole reason why I do the breakdown videos, though. They are literally for you to take what I'm looking at and what I'm seeing and taking your own setups off that. You think you'll do a video on scalping gold? Probably not. I'd do a video on scalping something a little bit more simpler like GU. Because again, you can work it off of round stuff, round numbers. Or EU. EU, one of the two. But scalping is not really my forte, to be fair. But I can look back at you can. Well, that's always the benefit of hindsight, is looking back at price and going, right, okay, well, I would have taken a trade here based off of this 4 hour imbalance here. Cool, that would have tapped in, boom, dropped, came back up, retested the imbalance again, dropped again, came back up, retested the imbalance again, then sold off again. Like all of these sort of things. Fredo, where have you bought from on GU? Trust me, when you're first learning, the higher time frames is where it's at. The higher time frames will be a hell of a lot clearer for you guys to trade than the lower time frames, because you want to make the charts as least amount of noise as possible. Do you know what I mean? Like if you put in trades on the 1 minute and the 2 minute or the 5 minute, it's very, very noisy, and you're having to, you know, look at all of this, not understanding that, you know, this bit of 5 minute price action is actually making a higher time frame candle, all of that sort of stuff. You've got to remember that 4 hour candlesticks consist of 4 1 hour candlesticks, depending on what time frames you're on, then however many 30 minutes, then however many 15 minutes. There's a lot of price action within this 4 hour candle, when realistically you can just trade off the 4 hour. So I mean, if we saw price do this, come back down into this previous fair value gap, okay, which also was an inverted one based on this bearish engulfing candle here, which produced the imbalance. Then this broke through that imbalance, which then changed it into an inverted. You know, we actually came back and retested it on this candle here, and then made the move to the upside. See how it reacts. If the 4 hour pushes down into this and rejects back up, you know, a nice rejection, take a trade. Take a trade off the 4 hour close. Target the upside. Stops just below, you know, this 4 hour candle here. GFX's buy on GU. Look, like I said, GFX's stuff, they're very big swing trades. So my bias is still for GU to push back up. So I'm still aligning with, I wouldn't have personally taken a buy from it pushing up. That's my personal opinion. But he trades different to what I do. Are inverted imbalances stronger or no different? I'd say they're no different, but it shows stronger momentum to the upside or downside. Do you know what I mean? Do you trade fair value gaps or liquidity sweeps? Both, to be fair. I just don't mark things out because it's all up here. You need to watch the news and bank times when using higher time as well though. Well, I beg to differ. I've watched news enough in 4 or 5 years to understand that it either does one or two things. It either causes the retracement to then continue on its journey, or it just continues the journey. Do you know what I mean? So say for argument's sake, look, we've been pushing up on GU for the last week, pretty much. Then some news has come out. You know, we've been in need of a pullback, and that is what news is producing to then continue to the upside. Same with DXY. Look, DXY, you know, news has pushed us back into this area again, but realistically we do need to correct on DXY. US yields isn't really moving, to be honest, but US yields is pushed down into the imbalance, filled it, and now it could push again to the upside. News basically speeds up the process, if that makes sense. So, like I said, it either retraces to correct the market and then continue, or it will just continue the trend from where it's at. What's that? Need to charge your phone, mate.
Have you read it?
Yeah.
You read the email?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does work.
Yeah. Well, I'm only going back off of what people had sent me.
So I don't know what their issue is.
Don't know. Can I DM you for the Axie algo? You can. Retracement equals taking a breath. Yeah. Essentially. Unless it's big news like war, then it ignores everything. Exactly. Exactly. And even that, I'm a big conspiracy theorist. I do believe that the markets already know, or sorry, the big players already know prior to us knowing. Like there was something that happened on gold the other week. It was the Friday before. So here, was it here? When was it? I think here actually. It was basically one Friday before everything kicked off again in Israel, and the market sold off, and then immediately on the Monday it pushed to the upside. So I'm like, why? I looked at it like, why did it sell off coincidentally on Friday close, and then shit kicked off over the weekend that we all knew about or found out about, and market then just pushed to the upside. How much does the Axie algo cost to get into? It doesn't cost you anything. There's just a profit split. So there's a 35% profit split taken at the end of the month. But it can reverse after the retracement. Yeah, it can do. It can do, for sure. No, you don't need to be. You don't need to be in the elite group to do it. No. Do you know the typical monthly returns on the Axie algo? Depends on me. At the end of the day, I've done 15% roughly this week. But that's essentially to correct mistakes. Oi, oi, oi. Could just leave it for a few years and have nothing to worry about. Yeah, correct. Correct. That's what I do with a lot of the algorithms. Just put the money in. It makes, you know, decent 2-3% a week, and just leave it. Just add a bit more equity every now and again. Adam, at what stage, how many years into your trading career did you realise you were profitable? I was about 4 years in. So it's only probably been the last 2-3 years that I'm way more consistent than I am not consistent. How much do you have to put in the algo? So the algo, so the manual fund, I'll say the manual fund you can put whatever in, but I'd say 300, 400 pounds at least, even though I'm trading off 250. But the actual algorithm, it's minimum 1,000. I'll show you the algo account as it stands. So look, that's the algo account. That's trading 0.01 lot sizes as well. And for the week it's done 37 £37 profit. It's not a lot, but just put more money into it. I got this one as well. That's on $1,500, and that's done for the week, even though I only set it up 2 days ago. That's 14. So, but that's just steady. 100k, same sort of basis. That's that one. And for the week, that's done 3.5k. And that trades all different pairs. That's got Euro AUD, AUD CAD, Euro CAD, Euro CHF, Euro NZD, GBP NZD, and NZD USD. But that's, you know, 100k, and it's trading 0.7 lot sizes. What strat do you use to exit positions? Daily lows, weekly lows, monthly lows, daily highs, weekly highs, monthly highs. Normally the lows. So, let's just take, for argument's sake, if GU wanted to break out to the upside, yeah? Then obviously we would have, let's take this off. Let's take this off. So, let's just use GU for argument's sake. Say it pushed from here, right? Broke out of this downtrend, and we did this. We retested, and we had a good rejection to the upside. Then my take profit levels are first one there, second one here, and then last one is up here. That's that level, and that level. Reason being, because 9 times out of 10 from what I've seen from breakouts of trends, price will always revisit the touches on the trend lines. And that's one of the, I teach that in the trend line video. So price tends to revisit the touches on the trend. So A, B, I mean you could call that B, C, But I think it's A, B, and then I'm waiting for C bounce to see how it reacts to then take it to the downside. But those are the take profit levels that I basically go off of. Different on gold. Like I look at take profit levels differently on gold. How would I start the algo? Just drop me a message on my Telegram, which should be in my Twitch bio. Okay, so in future, once saved, say 1,000, put that into the algo and just let it do its thing. Yeah, but can carry on doing my own thing with my account if got now. Yes, of course. So your TP could be your retracement. TP could be your retracement. Essentially, yeah. Essentially. Like, there's no harm in trading retracements. Like, this here could be potentially a retracement, but you could trade it because, say you've entered in here, your stops are just above here. By the time price gets that around this level, you've probably brought your stops to break even. And, you know, you could be targeting that as your take profit, or maybe a little bit lower down. There's a lot of lines. But you can trade retracements, by all means. Okay, sorry for how I typed that. No, that's fine. Do you ever use fib levels for your TPs? Yep. Yep, 100%. Let's take this for example. So low to the high, this aligns with the 61.8 and 78.6. As you can see, without me even putting the fib on, where's my take profit level? minus 27 extension. So that is me targeting that area without even putting the fib on. Why? Because over here, what have we got? We've got the low of Friday. So the low of Friday is there. Oi. So the low is there, and that just happens to align with the minus 27 extension. So that would be a good take profit level because it is the daily low of Friday as well. Liquidity is resting below this level. And then you will probably find the minus 61, if we put a line directly on it like that and go across, does it align with any other daily lows? Oh, what's that there? There's some lows that is literally on top of to the T. So even these lows would get swept. This low, it might reject. It might not manage to push through to take that, but still, it is going to take profit before it takes that low. And you can go back in time. You know, that line, what does it align with? Again, mid-level, 1.20500 level. So the minus 61 extension aligns with a support and resistance level. Like, people underestimate how powerful the fib is. And I see a lot of people on TikTok and stuff like that, like, oh yeah, I don't know why people trade fib levels and all this sort of stuff. Like, bruv, okay, if it don't work for you, fair enough. But it works for me. I've traded off Fibonacci's for the last 4 or 5 years, have very, very good setups and consistent rate off of it. You can use it on most higher time frames. You can't really use it off of the 1 minute time frame. I don't know why you would want to. But yeah. But sometimes I don't even need to use it because I'll know that, okay, the low here, sorry, the high here before it started, it's dropped down. What's around it? Well, imbalances for one. Okay, so there's orders still left on the table for them to be picked up. So price could push into this level, pick up the orders, reject off the trend line, react off of the 78.6 level, which is going to be around here, and then make its move to the downside. So there's only like, you know, imbalances and stuff like that, or your change of characters and your market structure shifts and stuff like that. You don't need to have those lined out on your chart. You should be able to, you know, see them by eye. And then, you know, the fib level. Okay, once you've used it on your chart so many times, you might not need to have it on there, and you'll just know, okay, well, this imbalance here aligns with where the 61.8 and the 78.6 is going to be. So that is going to be where I would take a trade off of, or look to see how it reacts. You know, obviously you're not jumping in blindly. And, you know, sometimes fib levels don't always work. GJ is probably the most perfect example where fibs don't always work, because GJ just wants to do whatever the fuck it wants. GJ is a very, very manipulative pair. You know, look at that. No reason for it. No news out today on GBP, JPY, or any JPY pairs, but market decided to just dump off. How many pips was that? It dumped off 200 pips in one 15-minute candle. Do you know what I mean? So think about it. Like, you've gone and, I don't know, not that you probably would have, but say for argument's sake here, I wouldn't even taken a trade off of this, but just say for argument's sake you were being, you know, aggressive, and you took a buy like that, and you know you've got no previous back data at the moment anyway to go on, and you were targeting, I don't know, say for argument's sake there, that was going to be your take profit level. Market just dumps, and it did it in such volume that you probably would have got stopped out down here because of spread. The spreads would have widened that much that your stop loss wouldn't have been 35 pips, it probably would have been 60 pips, because the volume that came into the market would have widened the spreads that much that it would have just been fucked. But that did on every single JPY pair. Look, Euro JPY, exactly the same. USD JPY, CAD JPY, look, everything the same. So it was obviously JPY, it wasn't individual currency pairs, it was JPY that did it, and it would have just picked up liquidity. Say for argument's sake, all of this here, all this liquidity resting here, and you know, okay, where would you wouldn't even know like where to take it off of, where to take that trade off of, for that to be picking up money and then fucking off. So that's why JPYs, they're very, very hard, very, very hard to trade. Only thing you could have taken a trade off of would have been like this imbalance here. But even then, you probably would have got stopped out if you were trying to be a little bit too adventurous. Like put a stop there, just below this candle, because that's a 23 pip stop loss. Personally, I probably would have gone below here. But yeah, JPYs, you could be very, 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 very careful. AUD JPY, exact same thing. Look, every single pair. This one probably would have been alright, to be fair, because you could have marked out this imbalance for where volume came into the market, and yeah, you could have put take the 50% of the imbalance, stops just below this low here, and yeah, you would have been okay. But again, having a look back in time, yeah, okay, so that would have been, this here would have been your take profit level, monthly high, and that's what JPY has been targeting, all these highs at the top. So on the 15-minute there. And that would have been a fucking major trade. Off of this 50% to there is 126 pips. Spread confuses. Yeah, spread is just basically, look, that is price, that is trading view giving you exact market price, 102.933. Now if you're buying, you will get market price probably here, so you're immediately in drawdown. If you are selling, you will get market price here, so you will be immediately in drawdown. That is spread. The only pairs that tend to have like direct market price is Euro USD. So if you are buying or selling Euro USD, you will get it at the actual market price by maybe, you know, 0.01 of a pip. So you might buy it here 6911 and you'll get it at 6912. So you'll deal with 0 drawdown, but you will be down still because you'll pay a commission for that 0 spread.
Go on mute a sec.
Fair enough. But yeah, there's a bit of knowledge for you guys. A little bit of knowledge. Do you know what the good thing about it is also I'm seeing a lot of girls getting into the trading space, which is good. Which is good. The wizard. It's just me sharing what I've learned. Do you know what I mean? And this is what frustrates me about this new generation is that a lot of people, you know, they do the whole, oh, if it makes you money, then why are you sharing it? That's like saying the first person that learned how to build a house, why did he share how to build a house? Because essentially he's going to lose business because somebody else is going to learn how to build a house and go and steal his work.
That is very true.
Anything, you know, first person to learn how to fix a fucking car.
Also, it's good to diversify your income. Like, obviously, you make a lot of money from trading. If you can help others and that makes you money, it's a win-win.
Yeah, but I've always... So when I started up the advanced group and the educational stuff, I said that to me, the value is not in me making someone money through a setup of mine. That I get 0 value from that. Yes, okay, you've made some money, cool. Like, I'm happy you've made some money, but the value for me is a person turning around to me in 6 months' time and going, bro, I've gone through all your education, I've back tested, I've done this, I've done that, I'm now profitable by myself, I don't need the group anymore, thank you very much, and leaving. Because at least then I know that someone has got something that is now valuable to them for the rest of their life. Me making someone some money for a month and then potentially losing someone some money for a month because I've gone on a bit of a loss, there's no value in that. So every single person that is in, and it's even the guys in the free group, like nobody has anything that they can say when it comes to not knowing or learning anything in our free group, because I put videos in there daily. I haven't done any today, but I don't trade Fridays. But every single day I pretty much put a video in there where it is educational based. It is me indicating what I'm looking at or waiting for in the markets and this, that and the other. So it's giving everyone some sort of insight into what I do on a day-to-day basis. The weekly breakdown videos, that's why I do those. And that's all free. That's all free. You know, I think I've made $50 off of YouTube videos so far. I don't get no big, like, YouTube money. Sadly. You think AI will take over trading in years to come? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, algorithms, AI algorithms, if you want to call them that, have been making money in the markets for years. It's not, like, algorithms aren't a new thing when it comes to FX. Like, algorithms have been going for years and years and years. Like, you got to remember, banks and the institutions, do you think they're all sat there on their MT4s pressing buy and sell? No. It's an algorithmic based market. They are just selling and buying price at higher volumes. There is not some guy sat in the back on his MT4 going, right, 2,000 lots on fucking GU buy. Stop loss here, take profit here. They are just trading volume. Bro, are your streams always put up after they're done? They haven't been, because I've been playing music in the background, which then makes them copyrighted and mutes them. So now I haven't got any like music on. I can upload these onto YouTube. So that's what I've got to start doing. The last 4 or 5 I've had music that I thought was non-copyrighted, but it was, so it just muted that section. So I'm not going to upload that. Currently looking at a potential sell in gold. What do you and chat think? Look, my personal opinion, it's, you know, it's PM session in US. London session's been and gone. Like, London session is basically closed in 30 minutes, 35 minutes. A lot of volume dies out. So I personally wouldn't be taking any setups. Friday I always just use as a, you know, a chill out day, a rest day. I'd stay away for now, yeah. Yeah, Mondays, I always use Mondays as like a kind of a day to work off the rest of the week. Do you know what I mean? Mark out the daily range for the day, for Monday, and then you've got some sort of basis to work off of for the rest of the week. Do you know what I mean? Depending on how the candlestick closes. Right, okay, if we, I don't know, say for argument's sake, look, let's use a pair that we haven't got any drawings on. Do I trade NZD, JPY? Oh, no, that was one of GFX's. So let's go, boom. Right, let's just show this as an example. So that was Friday close, right? So candle closed around here. That's candle close. Market opens, okay? So this is a very big rejection to the downside. That means a lot of money came out of the market and came in to push price up. Because remember, this is a daily candle, so within this wick here, there's a lot of 4 hours, 1 hours, or whatever. So that is market close. So then market open was here. We had a small push down, but we already know that price is realistically going to take out this high. Okay? Price is realistically going to target that high because we've already shown that this, it's found a floor, it's found a rejectional area. So it's closed up here, so it's very unlikely that price is going to push all the way back down to target this low because money has come out and more money has come in to push price to the upside. So target the daily high of Friday. That can be your first target. See how the daily close ends. Okay, so daily close ended here. Market then reopened. What did it do? It pushed back down into this candle, filled the imbalance on the daily time frame. So within here, you would have been looking for some sort of indication in this daily candle to take a setup again to the upside, because this daily candle here is very bullish, good momentum into the market. So within this candle range here, you would have been looking for a potential setup. So let's just, for argument's sake, go down to the 4 hour. What within this area could we have taken a setup on? So this is Monday open. So Monday open, what did we do? We tapped back into this imbalance. So this imbalance was tapped back into, rejected, where you then target the daily high. Let's go again. So yes, we did kind of close a little bit indecisive. So you would have maybe not traded Tuesday. Well, you would have traded Tuesday anyway, but you would have closed here. So the next day would have been a little bit. I personally still would have targeted the high. So, but we closed above the wick of this candle. So the body of this candle closed above the wick of this candle. So I still would have been targeting the next one, that high again. Do you know what I mean? Just working off of daily and weekly time frames, daily and weekly trading ranges, all of that stuff. So that's why I always take Monday as kind of a bit of an indication on where we could be going for the week. So that would have been Monday's candle. Right, a lot of volume came in. I'm looking for buys because, you know, that's a lot of momentum, good momentum to the upside. So within this candle, I'm going to be looking for a setup. And that would have been, like I said, your setup would have been here. Oh, wait a minute. No, where's Monday? Monday. Oh, that's monthly, on the daily. Where are we at? So here. Cool. Let's mark out. So high, low, low, high, 4 hour. There is your Monday setup. Friday, sorry, that was Sunday open. So it would have been marking out this range here of the box, and we pretty much came back in, tagged the 50% of the range, and then pushed to the upside. Very, very tiny imbalance there, but not worth taking a trade off of. But that there would have been good. Would have been a good entry. How can us win against the algorithm if AI are working at 100 miles per hour with all small brains watching the charts? Because you've just got to learn the patterns. The algorithm is trading on a pattern. Do you know what I mean? You see the same patterns happening over and over again. You know, what are these? There's the low. What's this? A higher low. What's this? A higher low. What's this? A higher low. What's that? A higher low. What's that? A higher low. Do you know what I mean? So on and so forth. It is basically giving you areas and indications that it's pushing higher. Apart from that, don't know what the fuck that was. So, you know, all of these areas. What's this? Another imbalance. Tagged there. What's this? It's another imbalance. From there to there. Where could you have got another entry? Very, very tiny imbalance here. But this is on the daily, the 4 hour time frame. Tiny imbalance here. Another imbalance filled. Off to the upside. What's this? This candle, all it's done is filled this candle range and continued. So the algorithm, regardless of it being AI or whatever, is leaving you patterns for you to be able to take setups off of. And and it's the same on every pair. Do you never work with 3 minute or 1 minute? No. I don't trade the lower time frames anymore just because it's way too noisy, and you know, my consistency when it comes to pairs just works a lot better off of the higher time frames. I don't want to be, you know, staring at 1 minute noisy time frames, because all you're getting is this. Do you know what I mean? All of this. Like, this is just way too noisy, very, you can't indicate much off of this. Yes, okay, the market follows the same patterns on every single time frame, but this compared to this is a lot easier to indicate, isn't it? That's a lot easier to indicate than working off of a 1 minute or a 3 minute. What's your best time frame to enter positions on? I'll enter off of 4 hours. I'll enter off of 4 hours because the 4 hour is there's a lot of market and price action that comes into a 4 hour candle. And okay, again, like I said, it's the benefit of hindsight looking back at, you know, price action, but you know, you can take, even as a swing trader, because again, I'm not really too bothered about like having a 100 pip stop loss because my overall move is going to be about 200-300 pip target. So I'll take setups based off the 4 hour close. Okay, this here showed a good rejection to the downside. I honestly wouldn't have cared of taking a trade off of that. Stops below here, it's a 50 pip stop loss. Where am I targeting? I'm targeting potentially this high here, or going back in time, this high up here overall. Now that's a 200 pip take profit over a 50 pip stop loss, and just taking a trade based off the 4 hour close because of the way the candlestick has rejected to the downside, filled the imbalance, and has closed bullish. You know, again, same with this 4 hour bullish engulfing candle here. You could have taken a setup here, stops just below there, 58 pip stop loss, and still with the same target. Do you know what I mean? Yes, okay, you would have dealt with a bit of drawdown, but again, if you're a swing trader, you don't really care. Don't really care about dealing with drawdown. If you think the daily is going to look shit, look at the weekly. The weekly is a big rejection to the downside if we close above. But look, gold, I'm not interested in this price action right now. There is nothing within this price action that looks like we have any indication of where we are going. Do you know what I mean? Hence why I would rather wait for the overall move. If this comes up, we get a nice rejection off of this area, you know, 2400 is revisited, then I'm getting in. I'm getting in. So, do you ever post trades in the free group? No, I just give my analysis pretty much every day. If there is a trade that I'm taking, you will pretty much know about it, or you will see it on here. So no one has any excuses. Like, people have taken trades based off of the daily videos that I put in there. I've had people message me and go, oh, I saw that setup that you had marked out on gold. I took it myself and made 450 pips. Have you checked? Is the?
It's on Instagram. I've given them a look.
Have you checked that website? Have you checked the website?
There's no website. There is just a video.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the higher time frame will always indicate the overall trend. These arrows, for anybody that's wondering, this is me. It just shows all of the setups. Sold, took out, sold, took out, sold, took out. Right, but anyway guys, I've been chatting for best part of 2 hours. I'll upload this to YouTube now, and yeah, everyone have a good weekend. I might do a live on Sunday, and we'll see what the markets close like and what we could potentially have next week. But I'll see you guys later.